application, you can turn off your audio speaker from your Google Meet application. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon and a wonderful and heartiest welcome to Professor Shumant Chatterjee, who is the Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department of JS College of Engineering in Kolani. So, sir, a wonderful, we welcome you here once again. It's been a while, and sir has already presented some webinars for our institute here. So, once again, we are welcoming you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for finding valuable time from your busy schedule for us. And today, on the occasion of National Youth Day, 160th National Youth Day, celebrated to honor the birth anniversary of the great personality Swami Vivekananda. We are here, and Professor Shumant Chatterjee, who is the Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department of JS College of Engineering, will present us with a topic on the opportunities of student life and student motivation to all of us, and the innovative solutions that students can provide after completing their diploma and BTech courses. So, sir, would you please introduce us? We would like to hear from you. And we are here in room number 109. All the participants are here. We can see you live and you can see us also. So, sir, could you please start here?
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are perfect. You are perfectly audible here.
Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Mr. Sohan Goswami. Thank you so much once again. This is the second time that I have come in the virtual mode. Okay, so earlier I have visited in your institution. Okay, it's the great pleasure for me that once again I have come in this webinar to give to share my little bit knowledge with the students. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my views in this webinar. I would like to thank the Honorable Principal of Technique Polytechnic Institute for inviting me for this webinar. And I would like to thank Mr. Sohan Goswami, Senior Lecturer in the Technique Polytechnic Institute. He has already informed me, sir, please come and share your valuable opinions in this webinar. So I would like to thank once again the entire staff members of the Technique Polytechnic Institute for inviting me in this webinar. So today's topic is that the encouraging students to think about the developing innovative solutions. So before starting, I would like to share the few important things that the students, those who are present over here. Okay, so you are studying a diploma, and after successfully completions of your diploma, definitely that you will join the different company, or maybe some students that you will join in the higher educations, means that go for BTech or different courses. But engineering, what is the meaning of engineering? What are the things that you have learned? Or the gaining knowledge. So if I will be there in the physical mode, I will ask you this question. But in the webinar also, I am asking the same question to you. That what do you mean by the engineering? Is that the gaining some knowledge, memorizing some facts? No. Actually, the engineering means is that how well you can use the thing, whatever you have learned. Means that in your 3 years engineering study, that what you will learn, how well you can just implement it in the future. If you can able to do it, I hope that you will become a successful engineer in the future. So I'd like to share my presentation, and then I will just briefly discuss about some innovative things. I hope that it will be beneficial for you if you want to do some innovative work in the future. So I'd like to share my PPT. My PPT is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Hello.
your PPT is visible. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So the topic of students' presentation is that encouraging students to think about the developing innovative solution. So first of all, I would like to discuss about the innovation. The three terms that we have really got in the field of innovation, that is the innovation, invention, and the creation. Okay, so we will not mix to each other. Okay, first of all, that I would like to give the brief introduction about this innovation. What do you mean by innovation, and how you will innovate any product? So basically, the innovation, that is the Thomas Edison, he has already in his quote, he has given the wonderful definition of innovation is that there is a way to do it better and find it. So basically, the innovation process, the innovation, that is, the innovation starts with a new idea. So what's idea? That it could be a plan for an improved product or service. I'm talking about this line is the product, improved products are there. Means that whatever the things that you have really learned in the engineering study, if you just apply it and you know that you will just form it as a product or maybe as a service, then definitely it will be involved as a innovation. And it could be a updated methods for the running your operations are there, and it could be also a new business model. Okay, so different streams are present. I hope that different stream students are present over here, so you know that, so you will just try to apply it in your own field. Okay, whatever the things that you have really learned it, if you apply it, then definitely it will become an innovation in the future, and it could be touch on any part of your business and does not necessarily need to be novel. Means that it could have been implemented at another company also. So that is the innovation things are there. I will just give you the share with you the example with you later. Okay, that's why you can able to understand the what the things are there, that is the interrelated with the innovation and some innovative works. Next, I would like to come to the types of innovations are there. So what are the different types of innovations are there? Okay, so basically here you can see that 10 types of innovations that I have already given. Okay, so 10 types, basically the core process. In the core process, some innovations are there. In the product performance, the performance of the product where the innovations are involved are there. Product systems that we were talking about, here also the innovations it's already involved. You are talking about the, just 2 minutes before I am just talking about the services. Okay, in the services also some innovations are there. Channels, brand, customer experiences, networking, business model, enabling process, that all are fields that here we can use the innovations are there. Okay, so different stream students are present over here. I hope that you just try to apply it in the any fields of it, whatever you have really learned in your 3 year study. Let's move to this innovation process cycle. So innovation process cycle, basically it's a cycle that you can see this image. It's a wonderful image that I have really given. So how it will work basically. Here you can see that we have started before innovations are there, some creative ideas. Basically, you know that whatever the subjects that you have already learned. Okay, so that's you have to think it critically. That what will be the some? Is there any idea will be there that you have to just extract from it? Okay, so then the creative idea that will be become the innovation challenges that will meet with the innovation challenge. Okay, so any subject that we have really studied, whether different disciplines, maybe the students are present over here, that you have whatever you have really studied. Basically, you know that whatever the things that you have really studied, and you are just to critically think about it, and what's the idea that you have really got. Okay, that's the very important thing. That's the very important things are there. So here you can see that is the collaborative. Again, you know that after innovation challenge, here is the collaborative ideas are there. Just you know that those who are students who are present over here, you just discuss these things with your friends. You form a cluster. Okay, 4 to 5 members, you just make a cluster and you just try to discuss these things, whatever the creative ideas that you have really got, you just share it with your friends. Once you just discuss it, you know that some idea, again some idea will come. Okay, some students you will just share your idea, and some other students you will also share your idea. Then definitely you know that the collaborative ideas that we will just extract from after the discussion, and then the compilation, that is the scientific evolutions will be there, where you can do the testing and developing. What's the things that you have really, you know that from your creative ideas, whatever the things that you have really discussed, that you have to just develop it. And once you just also test it. If I want to specifically mention the software product, if you want to develop the software product or any software architectures that you have designed, okay, so basically you know that you have to do the collaborative ideas at first. You have to discuss it with your friends. You can discuss it with your teachers, and once you can able to get some concrete idea, and after that you will trying to develop it and then test it, whatever the things that you have done. And then that's the next phase. Here you can see that is the implementation phase is there. This implementation phase is there. So here this implementation phase, here you can know whatever the idea that you have really got, or whatever the creative idea that you have really created. So based on this, that what you will do, you just try to implement it. You just try to implement it. So once you will just try to implement it, and after that, what you will do, just some reviews will be there. What reviews will be there? Some new ideas, or maybe some inspiration that will be directly connected to the market. Okay, so creative idea, from where we have started, from creative ideas that we have already, first you have extracted, and after that, what are the different products are available in the markets are there, that you have to just compare. And here you can see that again the market is connected to the innovation challenge are there, because the market is updating day by day. Whatever the process, whatever the you know that systems that we have, or the product or the service that we have developed, you know that whenever it will be whenever you will just develop it, and after that you will just check it whether it is available in the markets or not, or any updation will be required or not. That means that again the innovation challenges will be there, that is the connected directly with the market. So the innovation process cycle, in that way it will be just go through the process, and you know that whatever the things that you have already idea that you have already created, you just try to implement it. Next, I would like to move the slides is that innovations. So basically we're talking about the innovations are there. So innovation is nothing but the creativity and the commercialization. So commercialization, the creativities are there. So because the creative things that we have already done, once we have already done it, means that you will try to implement it. Okay, so maybe in the product form or maybe in the service form, but you need to do the commercialization. So how you will do this commercializations will be there, that you need to do this, do for the patent work, some copyrights work will be there. So if you go through it, and then you know that commercialization is nothing but that it will be just from the product. As a product, you know that it will be available in the market. So some things that we have already, again we will just come back to the once again from where we have already started. You have already started from this, the creative thinkings, whatever the thing. Before that, whatever the subjects that we have already studied, from there also you have already, you know, thought about this, that whatever the creative ideas will be there. Okay, after that you will try to implement these things and make it as the product form, or maybe in the making it as the service form. That is nothing but the commercialization. Okay, I'd like to just simple give the examples of the how inventions turned into innovations are there. So in this slide that you can see, the invention is the will we have already given the invention, the purely inventions are there, but where we have applied it in the motor vehicles. In the motor vehicles, we have already used the will. Okay, that's nothing but the innovation turns into the, invention turns into the innovation. Here is the second image that you can see. It is the nothing but the microprocessor, the microcontroller are there. Okay, so already this is the invented. and you will just try to implement this one in the different devices that we are using right now, in the different electronic gadgets we are using, the microprocessor and the microcontroller. IIT-based project, each and everything where we have to use the microprocessor and the microcontroller are there. So basically, you know, that is the invention turned into the innovations are there. Next, I have given the one wonderful example is the laser. Here you can see the laser are there. So laser, so basically the laser already invented these things are there. But what will apply this one in the innovation fields? That is nothing but the laser printer, we can use it. Laser is a projector that you can use it. We can use it to the CD-ROM, we can use the laser beam. Okay, so different applications will be there. Where we will try to apply this thing, already invented the things are there, that we will try to apply it and make it the innovations are there. So all of you, I'm just giving this by whatever the experience I have. Based on this, I am just telling everyone, okay, what's the things that you have really studied? Okay, you have really studied truly, you know that very, very micro level, in the micro level, you have really studied it. Then you know that some ideas will be there in your mind, and just try to implement it with the help of your idea, and just think and just discuss it with your friends or with your teachers. I hope that definitely you will get some definitely new ideas that will be tried to implement it as the product or the service form. Next, I like to move to this one example. Okay, basically this example is I like to give you, share with you. This example definitely helpful for you, because I would like to just share, because it's the short span of time, it is not possible to share the each and everything with you. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. So I'd like to share the one example with you. That's why I am just talking about the innovations are there. Okay. But so how you will do innovations are there? Okay. How we will do the innovation? So every fields, I belong to this computer science field are there, but also you will definitely belong from this different fields. You just try to implement it. I would like to share the one example with you, and after that you just think it in own discipline and try to innovate something new product or new services. Okay, so here you can see I have given the one example. Okay, so microcontroller based anti-slip alarm system to avoid road accident. So already microcontroller already invented. Okay, so is there nothing new out there? Okay, so we just try to use this, the microcontroller. How you will implement this microcontroller? In which field will we use it? Okay, that's why it will be the helpful. Okay, so basically, in the last decade, road accident caused death for 13 lakhs people, and another 50 lakhs people got injured in our country, as revealed by the study of the World Bank. A study conducted in 2022 by the Safe Life Foundation and the Mahindra that revealed that truck drivers in India drive 12 hours a day, covering around 417 kilometers, with almost 50% of them admitting that they feel sleepy or tired while driving. Okay, and these days scientists are focused on develop the motor vehicle driver assistance system to help while driving such road accident. So the many times the driver falls asleep or the feels drowsiness due to the exhaustion while the driving. This is one of the many reasons for such road accidents. The present study attempts to develop a motor vehicle driver assistance system that may detect the drowsiness of the driver and alerts the drivers by giving an alert. Once the driver is warned, preventive measures may be taken to avoid an accident due to such sleepiness. And hence a microcontroller-based device has been proposed, which has an inbuilt infrared sensor used to detect the sleeping or drowsiness condition of the driver and alerts the driver using the buzzer. So we have already done the experiment. Okay, so we have already done this, whatever the title that I have already given to this, it is already in the product form. Okay, so in our laboratory in the JS College of Engineering that we have already done it. So we have already tested it. So once I have told you earlier in the previous slide that I have already told you that you will not design only, you just have to implement it and you have to just taste it whether the product is the working properly or not. So the experiment has been performed on the 60 subjects in the real life condition to assess the performance of the system. And each subject was observed 10 times, means total 600 experiments are performed. And experimental result shows that the system detects the sleeping condition in 96 to 98% of cases successfully. So this has the huge application as a motor vehicle assistance system in the real life. So how you will develop these things? I'd like to just share the few little bit, that configuration part of the system. And I think that you will get benefit and you will also try it from your end to try to design some product and try to implement some product in the future. So the major objective, what the things that we are trying to design, that objective that we have to fix at first. Okay. So whatever the things that engineering means, that whatever the product that we will design, definitely the people will get help from this, or the society will get benefit. Okay. So here the product, whatever the product we are trying to design, here is the anti-slip alarm spectacle for the driver to prevent the road accident. Here the main objective of the device is an attempt to help in decreasing and prevent traffic accidents that happen due to the driver's drowsiness or the fatigue. This is the real life, that examples that I am trying to give you. Okay. So that you have to just try to find, you will just, whenever you want to do something, some innovative work, you just think about it, what are the products that we are trying to design, whether it has the great impact to the society or not. Okay, that you have to find, and based on this you will do it. I hope that those who are present over here in this webinar, you have the capability to do it. So the motor vehicle driver assistance system that may detect the drowsiness of the driver and alerts the driver by giving the alert. Once the driver is warned, the preventive measure may be taken to avoid the accidents due to the such sleepiness or the fatigue. Okay, so how we will design it? So what's the major components that you have already used? These are these components that you are talking about. Already you have already studied, or those who have not studied that, you may also collect some information about it, and after that you just try to apply it in your own project to develop a new product. So here you can see the infrared sensor that we have already used. Node MCU is that very common. Okay, so we have already used the different projects also that we can use it. Lithium polymer battery, glasses, that is the charging modules that we have already used, as well as the mini switch. That these are very common hardware components that we have already used. Okay, but this, with the help of this component, we are trying to design the one product that will be directly helpful for the society, that are helpful for the people. So here I'd like to give you some working procedure that how it will work with the simple flowcharts that you have already seen. Here you can see that the operator eye will be there. Okay, so operator eye, the normal phenomenon is that 20 closure per minute. The human beings, human eye is the 20 closure per minute will be there. Okay, if you close your eyes more than 5 seconds, then the device will active. Okay, so otherwise the device, in a normal phenomenon is the 20 closure per minutes are there. Okay, each and every human bodies are there. So that will be not detected by this product or the device that you have proposed. Okay, or what I can say, the proposal that we have already designed and we have already implemented this one already. Already we have the product. I would like to show you the image of this product to you. Okay, so here you can see the eye sensor that we have already used, the one components that we have already used, the eye sensor. So the function of the eye sensor that we have already used. Okay, this is the eye sensor is that basically the major components that we have already used, which will detect whether his eyes closed or not. Okay, if the eyes is closed, then it will be detected, and if the eyes will open, then it will be detected. Okay, so the eye sensor that we have already used in this system, okay, and how we have already designed it with the help of the circuit. I'd like to show you the circuit to you. On the time it will be more clear to you. So here you can see that information fusions will be there. That information fusion means that node MCU 8266 that we have already used. We have already programmed it. We have already programmed it. This programmed basically that how much time that you will give the delay, that you can set it. Okay, if you want to give the delay the 3 second, if you want to give it the 5 second delays will be there, that will be detected. And whenever the you have designed the entire product of it, then it will be generate the output based on this the time that you have already given in your program. That I am talking about the Arduino programs simply. I'm talking about the Arduino programs will be there. If in the workshop will be there, I can show it to you that how you will just write the program and how you will just burn this code in the device. So here you can see that 2 options is that here is a fatigue or dizziness will be there. So you know that the eye sensor, if the eye sensor will check it the condition of the eye, human eyes. Okay, so if it will check it that it is a continuously closed for the 5 seconds, then the buzzer will ring. Okay, buzzer will ring and the driver will get award of it. Okay, so if the eyes are open, then you know that there will be no buzzer. Okay, so we have to set it the component in such a way, that's why it can, and programmed in such a way, that's why it will give the proper output. And I would like to share another slide to you. That's why you can able to understand it properly, that how you have designed it and how it will work basically. So I am talking about the IR sensor. The several times I am talking about the IR sensor. So what is basically the IR sensor that we have really used? So here IR sensor that you can see the internal structure of it, the IR emitter and IR receivers that we have given. So these IR emitters are there. It will be just that the IR rays that will be just reflected. And even an obstacle will be there. Object is that object here, obstacle. So here you can see the eyes are there. So if the eyes will open, there are less amount of the rays that will be the return to the receivers are there. In the receiver that we have already used, IR receiver. So the less amount of the light that will be received, then the IR sensor will not active and there will be no buzzer. So here you can see the eye blink levels of sensing that we have already used. Here interfacing circuits are there that will be connected to the node MCU ESP8266 and the alert or buzzer will be there. So that is the major function of this IR sensor that will be do is that IR imaging. Means that the IR sensor that we have already used, that will be just check this whether any obstacle is present or not. If your eyes are closed, means that high amount of the reflections will be there. Okay, that will be get from this receiver. So once it will get it, then the alert or the buzzer will active. So node MCU in the programs that we have already set in such a way, that's why that it can detect it easily. So the simple programs that we have written in the Arduino one, we have already burnt it to the microcontroller. After that, we have already designed in such a way. That's why it will be generate the output based on our requirements. So here I would like to share the circuit diagrams. So here you can see the simple circuit diagram that you can see, that you can try and you can just implement it, okay, in your own way. So here you can see that the node MCU that you have already used here. Okay, so and here you can see the IR sensor, and IR sensor, the transmission and receivers are there. So basically, once it will detect no obstacles will be there, then it will be just active the buzzer. So if you will not detect any, that obstacle, okay, then it will be present physically, it will be present in the device, but it will be not active, and buzzer will not active on that time. So there will be no problems will be there. So we have already used in this the charger modules are there. It's completely wireless. The product I like to show you in my next slide where you can see it. Okay, but the product basically is that completely wireless. So you just wear it like a spectacle. Okay, the small devices that you have will sit in a such a way that this is not so heavy are there. Okay, so you will wear it very easily. Okay, and you can drive your car. No problem will be there. So basically that we have the charging modules that you have to use for charging of this device. Okay, so once you will give a 100% charge to device, 2 to 3 days that it will give the service to you. And we have to use the lithium polymer battery for that. Okay, and you know that this buzzer, that buzzer we have already used, this buzzer will give the alert to the driver. If in the sleep mode will be there, then you will awake, and based on this we can prevent the accident. Okay, I'd like to share the original product of the smart anti-slip alarm system. Here we can see it is the product. In the simple glass that you have already designed it. With the help of this IR sensor, with the help of the node MCUs, with the help of this the mini switch, okay, and the charging modules that you have already used. And here the two images that you have already seen. First image is that eyes are open. Here the eyes are open that you can see. Okay, so eyes are open means that the device will not active on that time. We have already tested it several times. You have already tested it, and we have already checked it that it is giving the proper result. Okay, and when the eyes will close, eyes will how many times, you know, the how much times will be there. So if it will continues the 5 seconds, continuously 5 seconds, okay, then it will be detected. Eyes are closed, then the buzzer will active on that time, and the driver will awake, and we can prevent the road accidents. So basically here we are from where we have really started our journey. We have really started our journey from this, the idea that you know the creative thinkings that you have really done, whatever the topics, whatever the subject that you have really studied in your classroom, but you are just trying to implement right now, you know, as a device, you know, as a product form of it. So I am a hardware product that I am showing to you, but those who are studying right now in the software fields, okay, that you can design your own software. That is also the very important, you know, that impact on it, and you can also give it the service. So I'd like to just move to the next slide. Here you can see some innovative work in the field of the Internet of Things. I would like to just give you the brief idea about it, the different subjects in the field of the computer science, because I belong to the computer science are there. That's why I'm just telling you that where the innovations are there, most scopes are there that you can try to implement in the future. There's some innovative work in the field of the Internet of Things that you can see. I have already done this type of the work in last few years. I have already done this. The smart shoe sanitizing device that is already published in the Journal of Physics in the Scopus. The World Sensor Network enabled real-time remote intelligent health monitoring and the management system using Internet of Things, sensing with the cloud-based processing during COVID-19 situation. Cognitive mechatronic smart systems with obstacle detection using the sensor-based systems to avoid the car accidents. That is also published in the Journal of Physics Scopus 2021. Real-time air quality monitoring systems based on the IoT, that is also published in the Spinger 2021. Low-cost LPG leakage detector and the refilling alert system, that is already published in the IEEE Spinger 2021. So many, so not only the IoT fields are there, so many fields are there, some innovative works in the field of the machine learning, okay, that you can also do. Some innovative work in the field of the software engineering, okay, that's the very important things are there. Okay, whatever the software that models you have already studied. So what the different types of the models that you have already studied, you can propose a new idea, new models for this, the how you will develop in a particular softwares. Okay, so how we will develop any particular software without short span of time. If I want to develop the software where we will try to develop software the error free, and it will be, fulfill the customer requirements will be there. So how well we can do it? Okay, so we can propose the new models. Okay, that model will find out the solutions. The different kind of the software projects are there. You know that you can just try to implement which software development model will follow to development purpose. In our books that we have listed, 5 to 6 models are there. Okay, you just try to implement the new models will be there. This model will be definitely helpful for the software or developer. They will just follow it to develop the software. Different softwares will be there. Different set of requirements will be there. Different that you can do it. You can do it from your end. Okay, so you know that there is no limitations for this. You can go through this some innovative works in the field of the artificial intelligence, some innovative works in the field of the computer visions. So many things are there. So this is, there is no limitation for this. Okay, I would like to just come to the conclusion part. Okay, so from where we have really started our journey. Okay, the extraction, and that idea, whatever the idea that you have really extracted, and based after that, you just try to implement it as a product form or as a service form will be there. Okay, so if you are trying to design the software out there, as I told you, was the example, that's cost estimation model we have really studied. Different cost estimation model that you have studied earlier, okay, to find out the expected cost of any software product. Okay, so where we can able to find out the expected cost of any software, but not the real. Okay, but definitely it will give some budget. So if you want to develop the one software, first that you have to do the collaborations with the client. So if the client will not show the interest, okay, then it will be not a benefit for the company side to develop the softwares. So what are the existing software cost development models are there, like the COCOMO models, like this Punda models. All these models that you need to study at first, and after that you will trying to develop the new model that will be definitely helpful for us to find out the expected cost of this. Or that what the things already developed, that you need to study it properly, and you have to find out what is the lacunas are there. You just try to find out these things and try to do this once again. So always is not, that you have to invent the new things at the end. All these things are already invented from there, that if you are trying to implement something new, that will be benefit in our society, that will be beneficial for you and also as well as in our society also. So I hope that in this webinar, I have already tried to give some idea to you how to develop any product or in the service there. And there is no limit. I'm telling you, there is no limitations of it. Okay, I don't know that multiple different students in different stream students are already present over here, and that you will just try to implement it in your own discipline. Okay, so I have just given the focus in the field of the computer science, or little bit that as students of electronics and communication engineering, so they will get benefit. But the other students, those who are present over here, okay, that you can try to implement it in your own way. But I have already told you earlier what the things that you have really learned, that you have to implement it. That is the successful of engineering. Okay, engineering means not is the gaining knowledge and the memorizing facts. Only you can use the thing whatever you have really learned. Okay, that is my little bit knowledge that already I have shared with you. And if you have any questions in your mind, then you can feel free to ask me. Before conclusion, I like to say that in the youth of Swami Vivekananda's party, you are conducting this webinar. So I like to say the one word that is that quotation, very touchy in my life. All the universe, all the power of universe are already ours. All the power of universe are already ours, and it is we have put our hands before our eyes and cry that is dark. So all the students, those who are present over here, you have talent, so you have just potential. So you just try to find out that in which try to implement it, whatever the things that you have really learned, then you will become a successful engineer in the future. So thank you once again. Over to you. So Mr. Sohan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful presentation. Now, I would like to request to the students, if you have any queries, students, from your side, you are feel free to ask to sir any kind of questions. So students or any participants, if you want to ask any question to sir, you can ask questions. You can unmute your microphone and ask questions to sir. Sir is here. Students? Students? So do you have any questions from your side? Anyone having any question? Any participant? Okay, so did you enjoy the webinar today? Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, sir. So for now, so we do not find any queries. So I hope everyone has deeply enjoyed today's presentation. And
So I like to mention one thing. The language is not barrier. You can feel free to ask me the question in Bengali
yes,
also.
yes, yes,
বাংলায়
yes.
যদি question করতে চাও বাংলাতেও করতে পারো. I don't have any problems. So students,
Bengali,
those who are
Hindi,
yes, any I know only Bengali, Hindi, and English.
বাংলা হিন্দি যে কোনো ভাষায় কোশ্চেন করতে পারো, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। So students, you can feel free to ask any questions in any language you want. এখানে বাংলা, হিন্দি, ইংরেজির বাইরে আশা করি আর কোনো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কেউ কমিউনিকেট করো না। So
It's not possible for me also to give the answer.
anyone having any question? Okay, so students I think have understood the presentation quite well, and they are happy to have you today. So we don't find any queries for now. So sir, once again, thank you very much for coming here, taking out time from your very busy schedule, and I hope you are giving this presentation from institute as well. So thank you sir, and we are very honored to have you. Professor Shumanta Chatterjee has been there in the JIS College of Engineering from a very long period of time in the computer science department, and sir is a very distinguished professor in his field. So we are very happy to have you, sir, once again today.
Thank you.
And with thanks to warm regards to our principal, sir, Mr. Abhijit Kormakar, our coordinator, sir, Mr. Parthasarthi Bhattacharya, for supporting for this webinar today. And also we would like to give our warm regards to Institute's Innovation Council that has been formed, and all the members of the cultural committee, our convener sir, AD sir, Abhishek De sir, and all the volunteer members of cultural committee who are here today, and Secretary of Academic Council, Mrs. Madhurima Shatra madam, and all other faculty members who have been present here. We are very much thankful to you for being present here, and the dear students, thank you for being present here. All the participants who are in the online webinar, and all the participants and students of room number 109 who are witnessing this live here. And thanks to all of you. Thanks to SD sir, Partho, for helping us to arrange this webinar and making this event possible. So today, without saying much, I'd like to conclude today's session. So once again, thank you, Shumanta sir, for coming here. In the near future, we'll be calling you again so that you can come here again and give.
I'll be happy to give my deliver my lecture in physical mode. Okay, so in the webinar is not difficult. It's quite difficult for to share the few important things with the students.
Okay, sir. So as sir said, that sir is very keen to come here physically and give a seminar someday.
Yeah.
So we'd be very much pleased to do that. So I hope in near future we are going to do that. Okay, thanks to all of you here. So we are concluding our webinar here.
Okay, thank you.
All the best. And all of you may leave now. Today's webinar is ending here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.